Ever wonder why something totally triggers you, and yet other people can just seem to brush it off? Yeah. Let me help you understand this phenomenon through Dr. Bruce Perry's work. He talks about trauma through the lens of the three E's. First E, you'll recognize it. It's an event. It's what happened. Something bad happened to you. Or in childhood, something good that was supposed to happen to you for healthy development didn't happen. I call the first one trauma of activation. Something bad happened, or several bad things happened. And then the latter is the trauma of omission. The good things that were supposed to happen to you in childhood didn't. And as a result, you're vulnerable to trauma. Let me give you an example from a recent client. Her partner has been coming home late for dinner. She's making dinner, having it ready, and he's coming home late. He doesn't text, he doesn't call. And to make matters worse, when she gets upset, he says, "No big deal. We'll just pop it in the microwave." So what my client and I have gotten into is realizing that when she was a child, her parent sent her to her grandparents to live off and on. And then when she would be with her biological parent, that parent was never home. As a result, my client had a lot of loneliness, a sense of rejection, and not being considered or tracked or monitored throughout her whole childhood into adolescence. So in the here and now, her partner, ding, 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 isn't tracking her. He's coming home late, not on purpose to hurt her, not at all. He's getting caught up at work. And yet the story her system is telling herself is, I don't matter. My needs don't matter. I'm not emotionally safe. I can't handle it because the there and then events are seeping into the here and now events. That leads us to Bruce Perry's second E. It's the experience of the event. So events are not traumas, but if the experience from those events never gets integrated, processed, understood, managed, you can call it anything, those events can become traumas. So for my client, she had nobody who tuned into her. She's kind of my age. She's in her 50s. So it was kind of old school. It actually is happening now still, but it was just like, you're fine. You're fine. Nothing bad's happening. You have food. You have clothing. Your needs are taken care of. You're okay. Her interior landscape was completely disregarded. No one tuned in to go, what's it like for you that your mom's never home? How does it feel? What are your body sensations? She recalls having chronic stomach aches when she was a child. She thought she had IBS, but when she moved out and she became an adult, she no longer had it. So our body keeps the score, but no one was attending and befriending to her interior landscape. Thus, those events from the there and then were triggering her in the here and now, and she was having the experience of being traumatized. That leads us to the third E from Dr. Bruce Perry, and that's the effect. Well, the effect means for this client is that she was very hypersensitive and she was vulnerable to reacting from the downstairs brain, flipping her lid and yelling and screaming at her partner. Or she would give him the silent treatment, stonewalling. So those are trauma reactions. Is it okay that her partner's always late? No, that's hurtful. Her reaction, though, was outsized. She didn't respond to her partner. She reacted. I'm not shaming or blaming her. I'm understanding. But what we're understanding is there's a more balanced way to deal with this. And she couldn't because she was programmed to react from the there and then. Trauma doesn't mean you're weak. It means events happen to you that didn't get resolved. So your experience of the event lives on. And the effect is you're more likely to react versus to respond to triggers. So instead of asking yourself, what's wrong with me? Ask, what happened to me? And did that get resolved? If not, find someone to help you work through it, whether it's a therapist, a coach, a priest. Have someone help you tell the story of your experience to help you make meaning of what happened to you. The result, in the here and now, you're still going to get triggered. It's happened. It's part of being human. And yet, you'll be able to respond to those triggers versus react. Healing is possible. You don't have to suffer.